Once upon a time, there lived a girl. This girl's name was Andy. Andy had a best friend named Jason. Jason grew up in a nice house on Pay-Per-View Drive. He had two older brothers named Charlie and Stan, and a loving father and mother. Andy grew up in a nice house on Elm Street. She had a sister named Samantha and two loving mothers. When Jason was little, his parents would hold, comfort, and care for all his needs, helping him to develop trust at a young age. Andy's mother also made sure she was well taken care of, so she also developed a strong sense of trust. The two did not meet until second grade. Andy did not have many friends, and she tended to get bullied a lot because of her mothers. Other kids could not understand why Andy had two mothers and no father, so they were not willing to accept her. Andy did nothing to stand up for herself in fear of getting in trouble with the teacher. One day, a pack of girls stood around teasing Andy, calling her words like queer and gay. Jason was sitting by himself when he saw the pack attacking Andy. He saw it was not right and walked over to defend Andy. The girls then turned on Jason and started to tease him about his larger-than-average nose. The two were bullied throughout elementary and middle school, but this only bonded their friendship closer together. Things at home remained the same for both of them until high school, where they had to start thinking about the bigger issues in life. Andy was faced with the challenge of accepting her mothers, even when the culture and her religion did not. She knew from first-hand experience that her mothers were not any different than Jason's parents. They loved her, cared for her, and did everything that normal parents would do. Andy was open to her mothers being gay, and she loved them just the same. Jason also came head-on with the same question about Andy's mothers. They seemed no different than his own parents, but his other friends were not as willing to accept them. Jason finally got sick of being called gay lover and started to distance himself away from Andy. He just could not accept her mothers for who they were. Andy found new friends that accepted her and her mothers, some of them gay and some of them not. Her new friends helped open her up to new ideas and challenged her to be the best she could be. She continued into college and earned her master's in neuroscience. Her openness led her to become one of the lead researchers of the brain, which helped benefit people around the globe. Andy was blessed with a loving husband who shared her views about homosexuality and were later blessed with 3 beautiful daughters. Jason also went on to college, but he stayed more secluded. He was not as open to new friends that did not agree with his views. His friend group remained very small and he stayed single until after college. He completed college with a bachelor's in business and went on to opening a local sports store. He had one son who he won custody over after the divorce of his wife. Jason was not as involved with his son's life as he wanted to be, but instead he focused all his attention on his store, and it became quite successful.